Munchkins. How are you? All right, well, tonight's bedtime story is one of my favorite books, and it's called The Napping House. And I'm going to be honest, during this time, Mrs. Mack has been taking a nap because, well, why not, right? So the author of this story is Audrey Wood, and the illustrator, which is the person that drew the pictures, is Dawn Wood. In this book, there are lots of verbs in this book. And remember, verbs are what? Something that you do, right? So I'm going to give you an example. So I want you to listen up for the verbs, and you can try to spell some of them and put them on the flip grid to tell me. So find two verbs in this story. I'm going to give you one of them. Snoozing cat. So the cat is the noun. That's the person, place, or thing, or animal. And the verb is what he's doing, which is snoozing. And that's something that probably you guys will be doing shortly. So listen up for those verbs in this story, and of course, enjoy it. And you'll notice I'll have little Captain here joining the story too. All right? The Napping House. There is a house, a napping house, where everyone is sleeping. And in that house, there is a bed, a cozy bed, in a napping house where everyone is sleeping. And on that bed, there is a granny, a snoring granny, on a cozy bed in a napping house where everyone is sleeping. And on that granny, there is a child, a dreaming child, on a snoring granny, on a cozy bed, in a napping house where everyone is sleeping. And on that child, there is a dog, a dozing dog, on a dreaming child, on a snoring granny, on a cozy bed, in a napping house where everyone is sleeping. And on that dog, there is a, what do you infer that's going to be? Cat? There is a cat, a snoozing cat, on a dozing dog, on a dreaming child, on a snoring granny, on a cozy bed, in a napping house where everyone is sleeping. And on that cat, there is a mouse, a slumbering mouse. Interesting word. Slumbering means on a snoozing cat, on a dozing dog, on a dreaming child, on a snoring granny, on a cozy bed, in a napping house where everyone is sleeping. And on that mouse, there is a flea. Can it be a wakeful flea? Now, if he's wakeful, does that mean he's sleeping or that he's awake? He's awake. On a slumbering mouse, on a snoozing cat, on a dozing dog, on a dreaming child, on a snoring granny, on a cozy bed, in a napping house where everyone is sleeping. Let's make an inference. If that flea is wakeful, what do you infer he's going to do to the mouse? What do fleas do to animals? They bite them. Do you have an inference? Tell the person that you live with what your inference is. Pause the video. I infer that the mouse is going to bite, or the flea is going to bite the mouse, and he's going to wake everybody up. Let's see if we're right. If you agree with my inference, give me a think to think. A wakeful flea who bites the mouse, who scares the cat, who claws the dog. Oh gosh, look at the dog is like, ah! who thumps the child, who bumps the granny, who breaks the bed in a napping house where no one now is sleeping. You know, one of the things I noticed, because one of our standards is noting important details, is if you look outside at the window is in every picture. And what do you see right here? What do you think the weather is out there if you look out that window? Raining, raining. And then if we start to look, we notice that the rain stops and the sun comes out. And at the end, what did you notice at the end? There's a beautiful rainbow. I wonder if our leprechaun is at the end of that rainbow. Where did any of you successfully catch our leprechaun friend? I sure didn't. Well, Munchkins, I hope you enjoyed that story. Remember, you're going to write down your verbs. And also, I want you to tell me your favorite part of the book. All right, have a great day, love bugs, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye, Munchkins.